Hey-o! How's everybody going? Bobby D11 here. Just coming up with another weekly prediction with my buddies here. We got Jake Guerin, Super Starfly, and Tyler Riley, Dr. Nefario.
We back, baby.
Ooh, what a week, guys. What a week. First off, that Packer game, I think my life shortened at least 1 year. That was crazy. Overall, on my end, I went 12 for 5. I finally had a good week. Riley told me to bump them numbers up. I feel like I did. And 49-32 on the year, so we're getting a little bit more respectable.
You're getting there.
We're getting there. It was a crazy week, guys. There's a lot of missed field goals. Wow.
Yeah, not a good day to be an NFL kicker.
It's not good at all. Any clue how many there was?
We had 12 missed PATs and 12 field goals. So 24 kicks were missed.
Throughout the whole week. Wow, that is...
Yep.
Someone should check them balls. Tom Brady might have got to him. A little inflated. Patriots are just on every side, and I'm like, don't worry. I got the ball. It's fine. There's some other things. I'm not going to say I called it, but I called it with Buffalo. Kicked the crap out of Kansas City.
You did. They're a mess. I don't know. Their offense was looking just as bad as their defense.
I mean, it's rough to be in Kansas City, but there's still it's
but
a
guess
long
what?
season.
I love it.
Yeah, I bet you do. That division is getting crazy right now. A lot of crazy things going on in the NFL this last week. It was a heck of a week. Let's see. Yeah. There was another game that seemed just absolutely crazy to me. Oh, it was that Baltimore Indianapolis game. What am I thinking? Wow.
What a comeback.
Lamar.
22-3. John's like, what do you think, Lamar? Can we get this? We can get a coach. 19 points later, ties it up.
Hold my beer, so to speak.
22 points, rather.
Yeah, he's top 10 in passing and rushing.
I'm pretty sure he has more all-purpose yards than Denver as a team by himself.
This one guy. I love it. Honestly, I felt Indianapolis kind of was throwing that game away. When they picked it, and I mean, I thought at first I thought he did pitch it back. It got called back, but at that moment I was like, the game's done. There's like 3 minutes in the third.
That was a bad break.
I was like, no, wait, was it a pick or was it a fumble on that one? I think that one was a fumble.
Yeah, it was a fumble. And then he was running it back, and they called it a forward pass.
Yeah. But he was going to get caught, so he wouldn't have made the touchdown if he didn't. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump right on over to the week 6 predictions. All right. This week's a bit crazy, in my opinion. We got some like really meh games. It's I wouldn't say that there's a couple big matchups, but nothing too crazy. First week of buys though. We're gonna start right off with Thursday night. We got Tampa Bay at Philly, and I gotta say I'm taking Tampa Bay. Open and shut case on that one, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, some of these teams you're just like, man, they gotta win sometime, right? And I don't know. I mean, Tampa is just still a juggernaut. Gotta go Bucks.
We got Jake.
Yeah, you gotta go Bucks. They're playing pretty well. Coming back from that, they had that close game, but yeah, Eagles aren't anything to write home about.
Antonio Brown looks like he was right about everyone. They all suck. I'm awesome. All right, we got another London game. I think it's a 9 a.m. or 8:30. Can't try to think. Maybe it's 9:30. I didn't know. I didn't look if it was Eastern or Central time. Anyways, it's Miami versus Jacksonville, so there's no home field advantage. And I gotta say, I think Jacksonville's gonna get their first win. I'm picking Jacksonville. Urban Meyer's a shit show, but you know what? They're gonna figure it out because Miami is ugly, in my opinion, and I just have no confidence in Miami. Jacksonville's at least had some good games in the last few weeks, so I'm picking Jacksonville to get their first win. Not on U.S. soil, but heck, a win's a win.
I don't know what it is. NFL just loves scheduling these crappy teams going to London. They're doing a great job of expanding the fan base. I don't know. I picked Jacksonville last week. like I said, there's just some teams you're like, they got to get a win sometime. So I'm with you, Bob. I think Jacksonville's going to pull it off. Miami's run game is very bad. Myles Gaskin is not a number one running back, so I'm going Jaguars.
Yeah, and there's talk that Brissett might not be playing, so
Oof.
That could get ugly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that running game. I thought it'd be solid this year, honestly, coming in. I'm actually really surprised how bad it is.
Yeah.
Just me, though.
Yeah, the Jaguars they're gonna take that one. I think it's their home away from home. They play there every year, so
it's crazy why they're always there. It's like Buffalo in Canada. Anyway, so we're going on to the next one since we got a fun one. It's a fun one. It's always a fun one. Green Bay at Chicago. Now, if it's the other way around, I'd say it's open and shut, but in Chicago, different team. Bears are tough there. Green Bay, though, Aaron Rodgers, he knows what he's doing. I'm picking Green Bay all the way. Green and gold.
I like your assessment. They have Aaron Rodgers, so I'm going Green Bay. That's the only
That's kind of it.
ingredient I need for a win for them. I don't know. I just can't see him getting beat by Justin Fields. It doesn't sound right when I say it, so I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, you got to go Green Bay in this one, especially after how last week was. Devontae Adams was running all over the place. I think he's going to try to continue to do that. And I'm curious to see how this Packers pass rush has been pretty good. That's been how they do against that Bears O-line. That's supposed to be so bad.
I mean, so to speak. I mean, I've heard better things about the Bears O-line, but that pass rush is beat up, and they're still doing some work, so I'm not mad about it. All right.
You don't need good corners if you got a pass rush, boys.
Very true. Very true. You don't need it's not hard to cover someone for 1.5 seconds. All right, next we're going to move on to Cincinnati at Detroit. And even though Detroit has been very close to some wins, they're at home against Cincinnati's coming off a heartbreak loss and I'd say a heartbreak win if you're a Green Bay fan because your heart probably stopped a couple times. I'm taking Cincinnati because I'm not going to put any faith in Detroit. I mean, I don't think they're playing bad ball, but they're finding the worst ways to lose games, and I think they're gonna find another way to lose a game. I'm not gonna tell them to stop now.
Oh, this one's tough.
Bengals
offense is just, they're clicking. They got too many weapons, I think. Lions are another one of those teams, that are just finding ways to lose. So I got to go Bengals as well.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stay with the Bengals. Even though the Bengals defense, they really didn't stop anything against the Packers. Allowing a 200-yard receiver, a 100-yard rusher.
They got lined up that game too.
Like, you're doing something wrong when you do that. But I don't think the Lions have a receiver that is going to do what Adams did. I don't think they have that caliber of a receiver in that lineup to really make it hurt. So with that being said, I think the Lions take it.
Agreed. So guys, I think we're 4 for 4 and all picking the same teams here. It's getting a little crazy. It's one of them weeks, I guess. All right, let's move on to Houston at Indianapolis. And Indianapolis looks like a team that doesn't want to win. And Houston looks like a team that doesn't have anyone that they can win with. So I'm taking Indianapolis. They look good for the first half until they decided to not play the last quarter against Baltimore, it seemed like. When they really needed a stop, they couldn't get it. And their offense just looked like they were trying to get a field goal at the end. I'm still gonna take them just because I don't know what's going on in Houston. They made it a game though against New England, but still, I think I don't trust Houston. I'm not gonna pick them. Put it that way. I trust the Colts more. Go on there.
Yeah, I totally agree. Wentz kind of impressed me the last game. I think they got a little too passive. I know you gotta keep them honest, and they were trying to run it with Taylor, but I don't know. I think they'll have enough in them to win at home. have a nice bounce back week against Houston. Again, a rookie quarterback. You can't trust him.
Yeah, I think the Colts, they're going to be a little pissed off at blowing that game. And Houston, they played well. Houston, they're pissed too because they blew that game too. But I think the Colts are the better team at home. They're going to take that one.
Well, I would not be shocked if we all went the same on this next one too. We got the LA Rams and the New York Giants, and Giants keep games close, but they are banged up and where they're best at, and that is their offensive weapons. I think the Rams are going to take this one pretty well. I know Stafford's finger's probably not the same just yet, but I'm picking the Rams.
Mortal lock of the week, boys. It's happening. It's over. Too many injuries. Saquon, Galladay. It's just Daniel Jones. He looked like he was, going into the twilight zone there. He was drooling all over the field. I don't know what's up with him. Got to go with the better team, in this case, the Rams.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Giants are banged up, and yeah, you got to go with the Rams in this one. Not even close.
All right, let's move on. This game I actually think is really interesting. Kansas City at Washington. The reason why I think it's interesting is because it's in Washington. But with all the news circulating it's kind of funny with the Raiders, but now Washington getting dragged in. Granted, there's been a lot of things going on in Washington with nobody getting fired. So I think that might start turning if they get those emails. But I think the turmoil in Washington. Granted, Chase Young showed up last week. He looked impressive. He had 3 pass rushes, a couple hurry-ups, a sack. That defense is still giving up. Both defenses are giving up well over 200 yards passing and over 300 yards averaged every game. So defenses are terrible, but I have to put all my faith in Patrick, and I think Washington's just a mess at this point. Plus, they're a little banged up on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going Kansas City. Even though I don't trust that defense, I don't think Washington has it in them to outscore Kansas City. And Kansas City, I think, is going to correct a lot from last week. What do you guys think?
Yep, trend continues. Got to go Chiefs on this one. Even though it pains me to say it, I hate picking the Chiefs every week, and it makes it even worse when they lose after I pick them. But I got to go Chiefs again. Very similar teams this season. Their offense is there, their defense is not. They've been able to put up points against the people they're against, but their defense can't stop a cold. So I got to go with the Chiefs in this case.
Yeah, you got to go with the Chiefs. I mean, Washington's defense hasn't been very good, and if they haven't been very good, what makes you think they're going to be able to stop the Chiefs? I mean, the Chiefs, they've been, they've kind of stopped themselves more than anything, and then their defense is terrible.
Yeah.
And yes, with the running back being out, it could be a good thing for him too at the same time because he wasn't running the ball very well.
Yeah, I agree. Marlon Mack trade maybe.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be big time.
I think that'd be a good trade.
I agree. Minnesota at Carolina. This is another interesting one. Minnesota is a team that's won a few, lost a few close ones. I wouldn't say you count them out most games. They're at Carolina. Carolina, of course, is still missing their stud. No, he's questionable this week. We don't know yet, do we?
Mm-hmm.
If he's out. Well, I'm still picking Carolina. If McCaffrey comes back, I'm definitely picking Carolina. So I'm picking Carolina at home. I think the Panthers at home have the edge, even though I do think it will be a tight one. It's going to be a really defensive game, even though Minnesota's defense has been suspect at times this year. I just think Carolina's offense is a little easier to play against than most offenses in the NFL right now, without McCaffrey, that is. So I'm staying with Carolina. I think it'll be a close one, but I'm taking Carolina.
I think it matters what running backs play. If Cook play and McCaffrey both play, I think Panthers have a slight edge. If McCaffrey doesn't play but Cook does, I think the Vikings have an edge. But with what I know, I'm going to take the Panthers in this one just because they're at home. And they played like crap last week, and they're going to be looking to rebound.
You can't go against your team now.
No, I can't. But they let me down, losing to Philadelphia of all teams.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, Darnold didn't play his best. He's got to get the ball to Moore, and Moore didn't really have too many touches.
Yeah, this one was tough. Very similar teams. Being at home, I think the Panthers are going to have a slight edge, whether it's Hubbard or McCaffrey. I got to have some freaking different picks here. We got to get this spicy. Okay, I'm going Vikings.
Oh,
I'll be different here.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna change it for sure the next couple, but we'll just do it here. That's definitely a toss-up game.
We'll get the ball rolling.
As Jake said, it really depends on what running back's available that game.
Yeah.
Both teams need their running backs. All right, this is where the week starts getting interesting. We got the Chargers, LA Chargers at Baltimore. And let me tell you, that's probably going to be a game. That last week was a game against Cleveland, but Chargers find ways. They're one of the odd ones this year. Instead of finding ways to lose, they're finding ways to win games, I feel. I'm sticking with them. I think, they were in my top 4 teams, and no reason to go against them. Baltimore didn't play for 2.5 quarters, maybe a little bit more. 2 3/4 of a quarter. They didn't really start playing until the last 3 minutes of the third. And you're not going to beat a good team like that. Colts, I don't think you're that good of a team. So I'm taking Chargers even though they're away. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I got to go Chargers. The Colts game, like you said, was close. They're not that great of a team. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't whoop Denver's ass more than they did. And obviously, they're not looking like a good team right now. So I'm going Chargers here as well. I just think they have too much firepower. I don't know if Lamar is going to be able to make them come back from 21 points down, 24.
Williams is finally playing like he was supposed to for his entire career.
Yeah.
What do you got, Jake?
I'm going to spice things up. I think the Chargers aren't going to be able to stop. They're not going to be able to stop the Ravens. I think Lamar is going to put it to them, and I think the Ravens are going to take this one. If Baker can run an offense and score that kind of points against the Chargers, gosh, what can Lamar do?
That's true. Wow, Jake.
You got a point.
Great point.
Got a point. Even though I would say more Chubb and Hunt went off than Baker even.
Oh, Baker was pretty good, though.
He wasn't
I don't
bad.
know if he peaked his numbers, but Baker was pretty good.
I don't know. Chubb had like 161 yards, right? Did I see that right?
I think Browns were the first team to have over 500 yards, 40 points, and 0 turnovers and not win ever.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That just tells you what kind of team the Chargers are. They can beat you with their defense. They can beat you with their offense. And when the other one doesn't show up, they're not the Chiefs. One will figure it out. All right. Now we're going to go on to the next interesting one. Arizona at Cleveland. Cleveland's coming off, as we just discussed, a horribly difficult loss to handle. First team in NFL history to do that. You put up 40 points and you don't win. Oof, I'm having flashbacks to Green Bay from like 2012, 2015. I'm actually gonna say Arizona kind of struggled last week. They won 17-10, more of a defensive game. I'm taking Cleveland at home. I think Arizona's gonna lose their first game of the year. My number 1 team's gonna go down. I don't know if their defense can really stop. Cleveland's figuring it out offensively, and I don't know if Arizona's gonna be able to stop it. And I don't think they have the firepower that the Chargers do to kind of keep it up. Because I feel like, I don't know, Chargers' offense right now is clicking hard, but I don't think Murray's gonna throw as well as Herbie does in that regard. So I think Cleveland keeps their offense off the field and manages it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's tough. You stole my pick, damn it. I do like Cleveland at home. That 2-headed monster they got at running back is the best in the NFL.
Big time.
that's why they don't need Baker to do much. And I think the defense will do enough to, harass Kyler and get some turnovers. So I think they pull it off.
I think last week for the Cardinals was an outlier. I said it last week. I said when they play the Niners, expect 6-3. It was 6-3 for a while, and then they both scored a couple touchdowns. But I think it was an outlier, even though it's in Cleveland. I think the Cardinals are going to rebound. They're going to stick with Murray a little bit longer. And I mean, the run game was Edmonds had his worst game of the season, and they're going to rebound from that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's going to be good no matter which way you go with it. Now we're getting to Las Vegas at Denver. Raiders are in turmoil. It's bad. I'm taking Denver.
It's bad. We'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, it's bad. I put them in my top 10, and as soon as I did, their season went kaput, so I should probably stay away from them.
Don't you dare put Denver in your top 10.
They wouldn't have been far out of if it wasn't for the Raiders looking as good as they were at the time. Yeah, I'm taking Denver at home. Taking Denver at home. I don't think the Raiders are gonna. They're in turmoil right now.
Yeah, I mean, they looked bad against Chicago, away from Chicago, and they're going to Denver. That crowd hates the Raiders, dude. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a bad time. Poor Derek Carr. He's gonna be having flashbacks of when they were going 4-12. I think Denver wins this one pretty handily, but I guess that's why they play the game. But I'm picking Denver.
I think Broncos are going to win. I think it's going to be. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be like an ugly game. Like I don't think they're gonna. I don't think the Broncos are going to beat them by a lot, but I think the Broncos are going to dominate. I think it's just.
Well, actually, we kind of go back on just that division itself. This is a big week for that division. This game is for either team having anything this
kind
season,
of a turning point.
Must win.
Yeah.
Kansas City has to win at Washington. They have no other choice with the way the Chargers are looking, and Chargers got a tough competition away on the road in Baltimore. So it'll be an interesting division to watch, and I think this game will be a turning point for the team that's fighting for a wild card. Because if the Raiders do figure it out, which I don't think they will, they could still, maybe limp their way to a wild card. And Denver, if they want to do anything this season, they got to win this game.
Yep, they got to get it done.
Oh, yeah. And then we got Dallas at New England. I'm going to keep this really fast. I'm taking Dallas. I don't trust New England with what they got. Simple as that. Dallas has shown that they're a good, solid team. They're getting better, and I don't trust anything in New England. Taking Dallas.
Yeah. Yep. I think the Brady game was an anomaly. Only reason that was close is because Belichick knows Brady like his own freaking son. So I gotta go Cowboys here again. Another one of those teams that have too many offensive weapons. So
yeah, Cowboys for sure. Even though if the Giants didn't get banged up in that game, I think they were going to hang in there. But
I know once
Daniel
Jones went down.
And Daniel Jones had to make that play. He had to get the concussion. He had no choice.
Yeah.
Cowboys are going to take this one, even though I'm not sold on the Patriots. Everybody, talks about Mac Jones, but I've yet to see a highlight from him all season. So, Cowboys are going to take this one pretty easy. I don't think they're going to be able to stop him.
Yeah. I think New England's going to be one of those teams that'll beat the really bad teams. I don't know. They've even been struggling that, but they'll beat the bad teams, lose the good teams. They're not. I don't think
that's all they got to do. Their division sucks.
I still don't know if that'll be enough, though.
Half the league makes the playoffs almost now, remember?
That is true. They might sneak in that 7. Let's go Seattle at Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson. I'm not the biggest fan of Pittsburgh, but I'm taking them at home. I've not trusted the Seahawks outside of Russell Wilson in a while, and now that he's not there, it's going to be a mess. I think everything's going to get shown about how bad it really is without Russ. And I'm taking Pittsburgh. What do you guys think?
Yeah, boys, this one could get ugly. They're going to stack that box, make Geno sling it. I know he looked good in, his freaking 10 minutes of action last week, but
He's just trying to make the Jets.
Gino's gonna Gino. He's gonna be seeing ghosts, I think, by the end of that game. So I'm going Steelers all day.
Yeah, Steelers for sure. They got. I mean, it sucks for them. They got Claypool back, and now Juju's out for the season. So
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that might help.
yeah, I think Claypool's better than Juju. Better dancer for sure. Don't tell Juju.
Oh, for sure.
Shh, Lolo.
Yeah, but no, the Steelers are going to take this. Deontay Johnson. I mean, if he, I want to say, if he can stay healthy though, it's the issue.
For sure.
But yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see. Geno Smith's never had weapons like he has though in Seattle, so maybe they can make him look decent.
Yeah.
Never know. All right, so looking on for the last one, Monday night, we got Buffalo at Tennessee, and I am, looking at the beginning of the year, it's probably been a good matchup in my eyes. Right now, I don't trust Tennessee, even though Denver Kennedy looks good. The rest of it really doesn't look that thrilling to me, and Buffalo does. So I'm taking Buffalo all the way. What do you guys think?
I went against Buffalo last week, and it didn't turn out too well. But guess what? I'm doing it again. I'm going Tennessee, baby. Derrick Henry, he's going to be going off. I think they're going to figure out their offense with throwing it to AJ. I think the Tennessee Titans shock the world.
Oh, I like it.
Well, Tyler, I think you're alone on this one. I think the Bills are. I think it's going to be a good game.
Hey,
I think the Titans are going to play well.
Picks, okay?
I think the Titans are going to play well, but I think the Bills are going to end up winning the game.
Well, there you have it, everybody. The buys this week are Atlanta, New Orleans, the Jets, and San Francisco. That was our predictions for the week. If you like it, give us a like, comment, subscribe. We're happy to have you here. Love you guys. Everybody have a great day. And as always, go Packers and, Broncos for Riley. See you guys.